remember when I got to middle school in grade 7, and at this point in my life, I felt extremely isolated from a lot of other people around me. And partially it was because I was so nervous and so awkward around other people at this age. And the other reason was because I saw people around me doing things that I didn't want to replicate. I didn't want to act the way they acted, and I didn't want to live in the way that they were living. I saw people around me starting to get into drinking and drugs and smoking and vaping at like 12, 13, and I decided that I wanted none of that. And it was a very strange period in my life because I've never been so lonely and I'd never felt so sad and so depressed with my life. But after reflecting on this period of my life and looking back at it, there's nothing but gratitude that I have for that period of my life, because it's in those few years, that period of my life when I decided that being average was not for me. I don't want to live like everyone else. I do not want to be average. I do not want to be your average person who does the things that everyone else does and just fits into the crowd. I think if you're watching this video and you clicked on this title, it's because you relate to me about something like this and you feel like your personality doesn't resonate with a lot of other people, and that is perfectly fine. You have to find your way in life, and taking the path that everyone else is taking just because it seems like it's going to be safe, and it's just because what everyone around you is doing, and you don't support that path and you don't resonate with it, then you have to forge your own way and you have to find your own path in life. Now, I think when it comes to being average, there is two stereotypes and two standards. One is the expectations that is set for us through social media and unrealistic expectations of what people should be like. And the other one, I think, is reality. I'm going to start with what expectations and what we think we should be expected of us. Through social media and seeing the perfect side of people and only seeing the pictures that they want to post and seeing all these other things, we form expectations that are unattainable, like physically unattainable. We see all these people online with these perfect relationships and these people making so much money when they're not even making half of that, and their relationships, they are not happy. And we think that because our life is deemed as normal and we're actually like not doing all these exciting things all the time, we think less of ourselves, and we think that our lives should look more like them and that we are less than them because we're not living this lavish life, when in reality all the stuff they're putting online is just the highlights, and half of those highlights aren't even real. They weren't even happy when they were taking those pictures, but they smiled for them. You know what I mean? And the second part is what everyone actually is doing. If you've taken a step back from social media and taken a step back from all these habits that deteriorate your mental health and just make you feel like garbage, then you've probably noticed what it actually feels like to live. And you see a lot of people around you who are still doing these things, and you see that their quality of life could be so much higher if they gave up these things. But it's not for everyone. Taking a step back and living in a different way isn't for everyone. That's why it's not normal. Being on self-improvement is not normal. Yes, there's a lot of people who are in this movement now, and it's been globalized, and that is great to see. But there's a lot of people who are just watching the videos, and there's a lot of people who aren't taking action. And I think about 90% of people who actually watch videos like this never do anything to improve their lives and never actually get to where they think they're going to get to. And maybe watching a video like this feels like it is productive, and it is, but you have to take the steps after, and you have to be different from other people. You can't just expect to sit there and absorb the knowledge and not do what people are telling you in these videos and expect to get anywhere. If you want to live a life that's not average, you can't do what everyone else is doing. You have to do things that no one else is doing. The message that I'm trying to portray is that being average is not for everyone. So if you're one of those who feel like they're on a different path in life and know that they want something different, then you have to sacrifice it. You have to be able to take risks. You have to be comfortable enough with yourself that you aren't going down the same path as everyone else. That's my journey. I hope you join me on it.